You know, I'll always tell you the truth. I'll always tell you the truth. The truth I'll always tell you. And I know the truth is not very comfortable. Not for everybody. Okay, some people prefer living on their beautiful lies than face the truth. The truth sometimes is very difficult to accept. Very, very difficult to digest. It's sour. It's not nice, but it's the truth. You gotta face the truth for you to go forward. You've got to look at the truth and fix what you got to fix so you can move forward. You can't live a beautiful lie because many people live beautiful lies. Africa is a problem. The problem is, I don't know how much Africans like other Africans. And I'm not the first person to say it. And I know when you say that, a lot of South Africans will go like, yeah, don't talk about that. Just talk about your country. Why can't it? Why can't Africans just stay in their own countries and fix it? They have a point. They do have a point saying, why can't you just stay in your country and fix your country? Well, there are many problems related to that. Why can't Africans from different African countries fix their countries? Why? Because they get incarcerated. If you stand in the street revolting because there's no service delivery, no electricity as promised by the government, no water, no food, no jobs, they put you in jail. In some places, if you're too vocal, they will unalive you. In some places, if you're a bunch of people, I know you're asking yourself a question. Why can't people just come together and go stand against the government and fight for their freedom? You know, fight for your freedom. You must fight for it. I mean, South Africans like to say, we fought for our freedom. No, brother, you didn't fight. Your uncle fought, not you. You didn't fight. Anyway, let's continue. People say, fight for your freedom. Okay, when 20, 30, 50 people come together fighting for the freedom and asking for accountability from the government, you know what happens? They get menaced. And usually amongst them, the snitches will go. There are a bunch of snitches. They will go say, oh, that guy, Robert, he was there. Oh, Patrick, he was also there. They will go find them at night. They may not incarcerate them during the day. They go look for them at night when everybody's sleeping. Then 2 days later, you hear, oh, we found his body. We were looking for him. We found Patrick's body. But yes, it happens in Africa. Who is the snitch in Africa? It's usually a person who's related to the government or the president by tribe or is paid. Does that mean Africans are weak? Well, many Africans are weak. And I'm sorry, if a white man say this, you say it's racist, right? I'm telling you, I'm owning up to that. Show me an African country that doesn't have a political party that tends to move toward the tribe. Show me one African country. Show me one African country where there's no a political party where you can just look at the political party, you can tell the name of the tribe. It doesn't exist. And it's sad, it's not just political parties. You will see that even in churches. You see a church, if the pastor is from this tribe, the majority of people in the church are from that tribe. They've tribalized even Jesus. Unbelievable. Oh, you go to that church because they speak our language. No, you go there because the people from your tribe. It's very sad. The reason why people can't fight for their countries is because even the brave one, the brave people who will stand in front to fight for the countries are betrayed by other African people. Somebody intelligent used to say, when I fight for my African brother with my one hand, my other hand has to fight the African brother who's trying to fight me. I forgot the guy's name. Let's try and find it. Tap that on ChatGPT if we're going to find the guy. If I'm fighting oppression for Africans with my one hand, my other hand is fighting another African person fighting me. You see them on the comment section attacking me. You be mumu. You talk about your country. Why? Because what is the goal here? The goal is to bring us together. That's the goal, my brother. But let me tell you something. I'm not here for anything else. Look, YouTube pay people money. It does. I'm not here for that. If you don't know me, this is me right here. I'm a professional athlete. I'm a businessman. I'm an investor. I do many things at the same time. This is for me a way we come together. Well, the people that editing these videos have to be paid. I don't want to take it out of my pockets. Absolutely not. You're going to do it because you watch it. My objective is not to get views. No, I want us to come together and understand one another and fix each other. It's not enough to say Europe, colonialism and everything else is what destroys Africa. I don't buy that anymore. Europeans, colonialism, it's not truth. Have you ever traveled to the next African country with a different accent? Have you ever been to an immigration in another African country where the immigration person is not in a very good mood? You'll be shocked on how they talk to you. When are you leaving our beautiful country? My brother, I just arrived. What do you mean? And usually it's a sister. I just arrived. When are you leaving our beautiful country? No, I've just arrived. Oh, matter of fact, I'm bringing business in your country. How about that? And I'll be paying tax to your government more than you. How about that? Have you ever been to another African country where you're trying to buy a piece of bread from established oil fruit? The price goes from $0.5 to $3 a piece because it's you. Because just your accent sounds different. Is that the love you talk about? You're talking about Donald Trump being racist? You're talking about Black Lives Matter? Is this what you do to each other? Is this what you do to each other? As soon as you get into another African country, when they hear your accent is different, the price changes. As soon as you get into an African country, you call a taxi. They hear your accent is different, the price changes. It may go from $3 to $75 just because you sound different. Well, I've been here defending this. In some cases, I'll say to you, in Africa generally, the reason why the price changes it's because people perceive people with money like they own Christmas. Because I've heard African Americans complaining, saying that whenever we go to Africa, they don't treat us like we belong. Whenever we go to Africa, they will try extort us the money. Whatever service that costs $10, they'll try to make it $150 because it's us. It's true. Is that thievery? Yes, it is. But it is embedded in what? It is embedded in a culture where Africans tends to feel like whoever the African person who has more money than other people should be providing for other people. Well, I think that time is gone. As much as it was a beautiful culture back in time, we know an uncle with money helped all his brothers and his friends. It doesn't happen anymore today. So we need to get with the memo. Today, people are struggling for the little money they have. You can't be charging an African American more money just because he's an African American and you think it's an opportunity for you to have Christmas because you think he's dripping off money. And that's the mentality many Africans have. It's very sad. African people would rather have a Turkish person being helped than another African person. African people will help a German person establish a business in Africa. They will make it extremely difficult for another African to do it. African people will scrutinize an African person thoroughly more than they will scrutinize a Portuguese person who started a business laundering money but under pretext of making fish. That's the Africa we live in. Have you ever been in love with another African woman, okay, from a different African country, or another African man from another African country? Have you ever done that? Do you know how they speak about you? They're going to ask you a question, especially if your relationship is serious. Why him? Did you not find another man here in Namibia? Did you not see a partner here in South Africa? Why do you go all the way to Uganda? But if a German person comes, they never ask the question. They will never ask, oh, hey, hello. That's Africa for you. When it's a black man, they will ask, what does he do for living? What does he do for living? Why do you like him? What's good about him? Why? It's like the simple fact that he belongs from a square that was created by another white people during the time they sat in Germany, because countries in Africa were created in Germany. That's where they split Africa into small pieces. Just because you belong to another box, we call it box, that should immediately trigger something. It immediately, you should ask a question. Why are you going for that guy? Why can't you get somebody from here? You will see even African people making videos saying, you women having relationships with Africans from other African countries, you're going to change the demography in our country. They don't mind about white people making babies that look cream. They don't mind about that. That's okay. They can still claim their tribe from that mixed race baby, right? But if it's a mixed race baby from a different country, then that's a problem. Let me put it this way for you. Very simple. If the father of the child is German and the mother of the child is African, Kikuyu, Zulu, Xhosa, or anything, they will say, our child is mixed race, but it's Xhosa, right? But if the child is from another African country, they say he's not Xhosa anymore, he's not Kikuyu anymore, he must belong to that country. Am I telling the truth? Do you love each other? How do you expect other people to love you and respect you? You don't even respect each other. You don't stand one another. I don't understand. We need to come together and look at each other into each other's eyes. What have we done to each other? Maybe we can say sorry so we can move forward. We can help one another because we need each other. You can deny all you want, my brother. Let me tell you what, the safety net that you have, it's not real. If they sanction your country, you're done. You'll be looking to the neighbor, hey, I need some salt. Yes, that's what's going to happen. That's the same thing that's happened back in time before colonialism, when a person from one country will go to the next country looking for friendship. People married from tribe to another tribe. It was no countries. And I'm not saying don't protect your countries, because sometimes people from a certain group of people have a very typical behavior. It's true. Okay, if you talk about this type of people are violent, it's true. It's maybe stereotypical, but if you check, maybe 90% of these people are violent. That's why they say they're violent. Now, will there be somebody saying you are stereotypical? Yes, but is it false? No, it's not false. And I'm not saying you shouldn't protect your place. I'm not saying you shouldn't be careful. What I'm saying is you should not look aside where you think the good things come from other people and all the negative things are black.